Bob Lazar's story is one of the most controversial and compelling accounts in the history of UFO disclosure. For decades, he was dismissed as a fraud, a fabricator of elaborate lies. But as time passes, his claims are being validated one by one, raising profound questions about what the United States government has concealed from the public. In 1989, Bob Lazar went public in an interview with investigative journalist George Knapp. Using the pseudonym Dennis at first, he claimed he had worked at S4, a highly classified facility near Area 51. His job, he said, was to reverse engineer alien technology, specifically a gravity propulsion system used in extraterrestrial craft. According to Lazar, the United States government had recovered 9 flying saucers, each exhibiting no conventional means of propulsion, no jet engines, no exhaust, no control surfaces. Instead, they operated on a gravity wave amplification system, powered by a mysterious substance he referred to as Element 115. This material, he claimed, was the key to anti-gravity propulsion, allowing these craft to move in ways that defied known physics. At the time, his story was met with skepticism. There was no official acknowledgement of Area 51, no evidence of Element 115, and no proof of S4. But over the years, these very claims have been substantiated. The vindication of Bob Lazar, Element 115, the impossible material that became real. When Lazar first spoke of Element 115, it was completely unknown to science. He described it as an incredibly dense element that, when properly configured, would create a distortion in space-time, effectively generating its own gravitational field. At the time, mainstream scientists dismissed this as fiction, but in 2003, Russian researchers successfully synthesized Element 115, later named moscovium. While the element produced in laboratories is highly unstable, its mere existence proves that Lazar was aware of a scientific breakthrough 14 years before it was officially discovered. The advanced hand scanner that shouldn't have existed. Lazar described a biometric hand scanner used at S4 to verify personnel access. According to him, the device functioned by scanning the bone structure of a person's hand, a technology that, in 1989, sounded far-fetched. For decades, skeptics mocked this claim. Then, in the 2010s, photographs emerged of the exact scanner Lazar described, proving that such technology was not only real, but was indeed used at secure U.S. military facilities. This was another precise detail in his story that was ultimately proven correct. At the time of his disclosures, Area 51 was merely a rumor. Officially, it did not exist. Yet Lazar openly spoke about it, describing the roads, the security measures, and the extreme secrecy surrounding it. It wasn't until 2013, when declassified CIA documents finally admitted that Area 51 was real, that Lazar was vindicated on this point. Though the documents did not confirm alien technology, they acknowledged the facility's existence and its highly secretive nature, aligning precisely with Lazar's descriptions. In recent years, military pilots and intelligence officials have disclosed encounters with aircraft demonstrating physics-defying movements, instantaneous acceleration, right-angle turns at high speeds, and hovering without visible propulsion. These craft, such as the now famous Tic Tac UFOs encountered by the US Navy, exhibit exactly the same flight characteristics that Lazar described decades ago. They move as if manipulating gravity itself, precisely the way he said the alien craft at S4 operated. Since coming forward, Lazar has repeatedly claimed that his past employment and academic records have been wiped, as if an effort had been made to erase his credentials. His alleged degrees from MIT and Caltech could not be verified, and skeptics used this as evidence that he never worked at any classified facility. However, in the late 1990s, a Los Alamos National Laboratory phone directory was discovered listing Lazar as an employee, despite officials initially denying he had ever worked there. Furthermore, in 2019, his business was raided by the FBI, allegedly in search of a sample of element 115. If Lazar were merely a fraud, why would federal authorities continue to scrutinize him more than 30 years later? For over 3 decades, Bob Lazar has maintained the exact same story without deviation. He has never profited from his claims, nor has he sought the limelight. Unlike traditional conspiracy theorists, he has expressed disinterest in UFO culture and maintains that he came forward only because he believed the public had a right to know. With the Pentagon's official acknowledgement of UAPs, the confirmation of advanced gravity-defying technology, and Lazar's previously ridiculed claims being verified one by one, the world must now seriously consider the possibility that his story was never fiction at all. If Lazar was telling the truth, then the implications are staggering. The US government has been in possession of non-human technology for decades, and they have kept it from the world.